Alright, so that's the Tonocracy we heard there, and I made this type of lead sound, and I've gone through the manual and found out some things. So let's see how you can do something like this with the Tonocracy. But first, I actually have to mention this because I noticed that it takes a ton of CPU. So that's something I think this plugin or software has to work on, because I do have amplitube in here, and I'm gonna show you the difference. So that's what we have now, and we can see when I turn it off, I'm in, and let's look at that. So yeah, the CPU load is huge. And then on this channel we have amplitube, and it's even the rig is more complex. And then when we look at the performance of amplitube, yeah. So with that in mind, I can say that I couldn't be running like 2 or 3 of these without, this having huge dropouts and whatnot. So, and even now I have to have my dropout protection to minimum, so this won't keep doing dropouts or anything. But it still sounds good. The CPU load just has to go down for this to be, usable in my mind. But anyway, so that's the sound I have right now, and we have 2 amps, 2 gaps, different delays for both of them, reverb, drive, gate. We have our input settings set up to mono here. I have a stereo track, so in the output we can actually do this panning. But let's get into it, and I'm gonna do this. I'll just make a new preset. So when I hit the new preset, this is what I'll have. And first of all, I want to make sure that my output and input settings are the same. They are, so that's good. So stock, we have gate, we have drive, we have an amp, cab, reverb, delay, and it sounds like this. So it's totally, yeah, it's good. So nothing wrong with that. And just for fun, let's hear the like basic JCM of amplitube. Just a bit of messing with those would do a whole lot more. So we could get closer to that. I'm gonna click the amplitude off because of the performance issues, and as we can see, it's taking quite a lot even now with this really simple rig. But yeah, let's go here, and I'm gonna click that one, and I'm gonna click the amp here, and then I get options, and I'm gonna take a higher gain. Alright, like that. And we have a cab here, some sort of Marshall. The drive is not on. We can double click it and it turns on. So we can change the cap. Just click there and take something else. But let's keep that. And I'm gonna do a dual amp setup, and I'm gonna pan them a little bit to the sides. And how do we do that? We go back. Let's take an amp, and let's take the even 53 blue. And we're gonna go, and we're gonna drag it here, and we're gonna see a little gray box there. So there we go. And now we have it there. But they are now going to the same cab. So I want this amp to be on this cab, and we're gonna choose a cab for this amp. So what do? We drag that over there. So now that the amp is going into that cab, and this amp has no cab, so we have to pick one. Here we go. Let's take that and drag it here. There we go. And let's see this amp. Let's turn up the gain and let's hear it. Yeah, I quite like it. The drive is affecting both of these amps, and the reverb and delay is gonna affect both of these if we keep them there. But I'm gonna turn on the reverb. Let's hear it. But the delay, I want to have a different delay on this one. And then let's choose an FX here, delay. So let's take a ping pong and let's drag it over there. So now this amp is going into that delay, and this amp is going into that delay. And we have reverb for both. And then what we can do, we can do a little bit of a stereo split. So we click that there. Now upper pan is for this amp, and the lower pan is for this amp. And we can turn them both to just completely left, and we should be able to hear it now. So it's working. And if it's not, make sure you have a stereo track on, and check your output and input settings. But anyway, let's go back here and let's do let's put this 30% left, and the lower one 30% right. Playing is nothing special, but you get the idea. So yeah, it sounds really good, and it's quite simple to do a setup like that. And remember, this works as a standalone also. And but the only problem I see with it now is this. So that's just huge. So yeah, but I'm really excited to keep an eye on this and see where it goes, because this has a lot of potential, and you have to remember that it's free, so can't really complain. And yeah, that's you can do all sorts of stuff with it, and as we see, there's a bit more stuff you can experiment with. And I'm not sure about how heavy it is on the CPU when you use it as standalone. It could be something to check, but yeah, I hope they get that performance under control, because yeah, it is, and nice little plugin. And then of course you can use the cloud search, and I think there's tons of people already uploading their tone snaps in here. So there's probably gonna be a lot of amps, drives, and all that sort of stuff you can put into your signal chain. So that's nice. But I haven't tried that yet. I might. So, but anyways, that's how you make a type of a lead sound. At least that's how I usually go about it. A little bit of delay, reverb, nothing too special, And of course, this sort of stuff works in other guitar plugins as well. So, but yeah, anyway, that's Tonocracy again. You can download and try it for yourself if you'd like, but let's see where it goes. Have fun. Bye.